Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to come on and say hello and see how everyone's doing. The last two videos that I put up, I was in my old place, and that was before all the crazy shutdowns. As you can see, I'm in a different location. You probably couldn't tell from the other videos, but this is a different apartment. I moved during all that craziness, and during that move, I went through all my stuff, and as I was going through all my gear, I thought to myself, hey, why not make a what's in my camera bag video? And I know there's a lot of videos out there about camera bags, but I love seeing what's in everyone's kit, so I thought I would go over mine. The bag that I'm using is the Peak Design Everyday 20-liter backpack. This is the V1 edition. I got this during the Kickstarter campaign, and it's held up quite well, actually. The waterproofing layer on it is wonderful. It's been wet a few times. It's been quite dirty a few times, and I don't know if you can tell, but just with a little bit of soap and water, I have got it pretty clean, and it's looking pretty amazing. The one thing I will say is it's starting to lose its shape a little bit. I used to be able to put the bag down and it used to sit flat, no problem, standing up, but now it sort of is a little bit front heavy and it topples over a little bit. But all right, let's go through what's in the bag. So on the side compartment here, I usually have my main camera, which is the Sony a7 III is what I'm using. I'm sure a lot of people already know a lot about that camera, so we won't need to go through that. However, I'm always interested in how people have their cameras set up. So I have two of these, and they're set up the exact same way, both for video and photography. But I'm curious, how's your camera set up? And if you want to know how my camera's set up, leave a comment below and I'll go through all my custom settings and all that. I've mentioned that before. I never got around to doing it, but I'd really like to do that. I just want to find more ways to be efficient with my custom settings, and if there's something that I've overlooked, I'd love to see how you have yours set up. The microphone that I have is the Rode Micro, just this little guy. I know a lot of other people use the Pro version, or they're using the DD Pro, but I'm finding that that mic takes up a lot of space in the bag. So on a professional shoot, I'm using better mics, but on the go, as my everyday kit, I'm just carrying this guy around just in case. On this side is the Sigma 24 is one of my lenses here. Now with this lens, I got it because at the time I could not find the Sony G Master 24, and this one was on sale at the time and I got it, and I do like it. The pictures are amazing, they're super sharp. The autofocus in video is quite good as well. It's pretty fast. Not as fast as the native Sony lenses, but I don't really have an issue with that. The only thing that I don't like about it, I guess, the size and the weight. As we go through the other lens, I'll talk about that a little bit more. I think it's a little bit bigger, and since Sony has been able to really make their lenses a lot more minimal and more compact, I think that's the direction that I want to move. It's just so much easier when you're traveling, your backpack is completely full, just to have a little bit of a smaller kit and having all the gear be a little bit lighter. Now the lens that I have on the camera that I'm shooting with right now is the newer Sony 35 1.8 full frame. I love that lens. It's super small, super light, super compact, and it works beautifully on a gimbal. Finding that I'm using that lens the most right now, it's good for some wider type shots, but then when you punch in, you get that 50mm look, and that's really good, so it's quite versatile. It's been on my camera pretty much the entire time. I haven't really taken it off, except when I'm using the 85, which is still my go-to lens for a lot of portraits. I love taking portraits with this guy, and a lot of the more cinematic B-roll shots. And that word, cinematic B-roll, super overused, but when there's a go-to moment when I want to make sure I get some really good detail, I'm using this guy. I love the compression on it, and it's probably going to stay in my bag for a very long time. The other thing that I keep in my backpack is this little Peak Design pouch. I bought this as one of my first purchases when I started getting into photography. In this little guy, I just keep things like hex wrenches, tools, just little knickknacks that I don't want to lose. I am also using this ROR to clean my lenses and gear. It is amazing. I use it for my computer screen, use it for my glasses when I'm wearing those, and it keeps the lens pristine. A little bit pricey. I'm not sure where you can find it in your city, but if you're in Calgary, I go to the camera store and they have this, and it was recommended to me and I love it, and I've been using it ever since. A big microfiber. I'm a fan of big microfibers. I'm not really into the little ones, but the one I'm using is just this nice one, and nothing special. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. I also have a couple of the lens caps. A little trick from the man himself, Peter McKinnon. I'm just keeping that in my bag. And then basically that's pretty much it in here. Memory cards, little things like that, can be kept in there on the go. Also in the top part, I keep this little Mindshift filter case. I like how it's organized, color-coded, quickly grab the variable ND, which I usually have on my camera at all times, but I have just this little guy right here. I'm using the Tiffin for now. And then I just have a few of these little step-up rings for all the different lenses so that I don't have to have too many variable NDs. This variable ND is the 72mm. I'm definitely going to be purchasing the 82. I came from the Sony a6300, so at the time most of the lenses weren't as large, but now that I'm in full frame, not all of the lenses fit this ND filter, and that's why I want to buy a new one. In these side pockets on the bag, we just have some batteries. So just a couple of Z batteries for the Sony. I also carry a Peak Design wrist strap for emergency cases when I feel like I need a little bit more security on my camera, as well as the camera strap, which is here. If I'm looking for some more stable shots, I just snap this on real quick and then just have a little bit more 3-point stabilization. I did do a video going over these straps. I can link it above if you're curious on checking it out. Talk a little bit about that. And on the other side of my bag, just flip this guy around. Now, one thing that I don't love about this bag is when it opens, everything starts to fall out a little bit and it does lose a lot of structure. So I'm thinking about trying a bag that is the clamshell shape. I do like the versatility of having the side access. However, I think I'm ready to try something new, and I like to test out new bags. I love a good backpack. So if there's anything that you've been using, clamshell style, that you recommend, let me know what your choices are at the moment. This side of the bag, I essentially just have the little Pelican hard case just for my SD cards. None of them are in here right now as I'm currently editing, so they're all on my desk at the moment. Super simple. All right, now to the top of the bag. I love a bag that has a good top pocket with a little bit of organization. I love keeping quick access things here. Now, the main thing that goes in here is the 16-inch MacBook Pro right here. I don't know if you've seen my video on that. I just gave a quick overview of that. If you're interested in that, it's on the channel. Right now, I keep my AirPods. This is just the first gen, nothing fancy. I also keep this SD card reader, this guy right here. If there's something else that you're using that you think is faster, please let me know. I would love to try it, so leave me a comment. Okay, I also keep a pen in my bag. I just like something really small, really minimal, and doesn't take up a lot of space. So this is that guy right here. All right, that's it, just a quick video. I would love to hear your thoughts on some of the gear that I'm using. Maybe you have some better suggestions. Maybe we're using some of the same things. Again, thank you for all the love from the last couple videos. I know we're at home right now, so feel free to reach out. Don't be a stranger, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.